Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Asked and Answered, your fortnightly Q&A with D1 DLC. This is Jordo, I am Jake, and unfortunately we don't have Brad with us this fortnight. He will be back next time. In honour of our fallen comrade, I have donned the D1 DLC beanie today, looking fabulous as ever. But we'll jump straight into the questions this week, and we'll just kick off with a question from Ben. Now, Ben has asked us, why haven't we joined him in PlayerUnknown's Battleground yet? Interesting question. And now, I know he's a big fan of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. And he's,
From what I hear, yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
really playing it hardcore at the moment, I think. I don't know, for me it's, what is it, $30 US on Steam?
It is, yeah.
Or thereabouts anyway. Which equates to about $50 Australian for an early access game.
Does it really? Is that how much it is?
Something like that.
Wow.
It'd be like 40 something.
Yep.
So for me, I've been burnt heaps and heaps of times by early access games to the point where I'm pretty much got a boycott on buying them myself. I don't really feel the need to do them until they've at least reached.
What are some of the games that you have been burnt on, just off the top of your head?
H1Z1 was a bit of a burn. DayZ Standalone was a bit of a burn, and it still is a bit of a burn. Star Citizen, I guess you could call that an early access,
Yeah,
I suppose.
absolutely.
That's still in development. Frick knows when that's going to be done. Conan was pretty good. It's probably one of the better early accesses that I've
Conan
played.
Exiles,
But I didn't
yeah.
buy that myself. We got a copy, so I've been playing it on the D1 DLC account, which has been nice. But we haven't picked that up for a little while.
No, we haven't, and we should. But we're talking about PlayerUnknown Battleground, right?
Yes.
So, I mean, we love that style of game.
Yeah, it is our kind of game, for sure. So I guess if anyone doesn't know, it's like King of the Hill. A whole bunch of, I think, up to 100 players drop into the map. You've got to find weapons, kill every other person that you see. You can play in teams, and all the while there's a circle that sort of brings the players closer in. If you're outside the circle, you get gassed or bombed. Inside the circle, and as people die and time progresses, the circle gets smaller and smaller and smaller.
Forcing them to fight.
Yeah, so it's a good concept, not a new concept by any stretch of the imagination. However, I think from what I've read, like weapon drops, all that sort of stuff is much more prevalent. Vehicles are much more prevalent than a lot of the other games we tend to find. I think the one that does it the closest is H1Z1 King of the Kill.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is pretty good, but I'm not sure how many people you can get in a game of King of the Kill. Do you remember?
Quite a few.
Like
actually.
60, 70 or something like that?
I've seen more than that. Done
Okay,
that, yeah.
so it's probably at least 100 players as well. So I've got H1Z1 King of the Kill, and every now and then I'll jump in and play that. Just before I got asked to get to play PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, I thought I'd jump into King of the Kill again, just to see if it's going to be something I actually want to spend some more money on. It really isn't. Like, I don't know. There needs to be something about. I know the gunplay is awesome.
Yeah.
But for me, what makes PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds really good is I can watch other people play it. It's huge streaming sort of
Massive.
sensation
It's always
at the
in
moment.
the top 3 or something.
Yeah,
like
so
that,
I enjoy watching other people play it. I don't really see what's going to get me into it that the other King of the Hill or King of the Kills haven't suggested for me already. So
for me, I'll jump into Arma 3 and do King of the Hill, proper squad stuff. H1Z1, like you said, King of the Kill.
Yep.
Yeah. So, look, I mean, I'm all for those type of games, but I just don't know if I can drop that cash right now.
Yeah, it's just a bit. I see the problem is I can see it's going to, when it does get fully released, it's going to be more expensive than it is now. So there is an argument for getting it while it's cheap at the moment. But I don't know. Ben, why do you think we should get PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah, you'll have to answer that soon.
Moving on.
But the next question from Brendan this is a bit of a curly one, and I know Brad's probably turning over in his grave not being here to answer this one. Should Sony knuckle down and pay for the research and development to get backwards compatibility going like how Microsoft have, or should they focus on improving their own current services? So I know Brad's very much in the Microsoft Bandcamp at the moment with what they've done with the Xbox One S and so forth, and just in general what they're delivering for gamers, which is really good. But for me, I've always been a bit of a Sony fanboy now anyway, since I started getting back into console gaming. And it's a difficult. I would love to see backwards compatibility with PlayStation. Absolutely love it.
How far back are we talking?
As far back as they want to go, as much as you can get. Like if it's easily portable, do it. Like I'd be more than happy to see PS1, PS2 games, PS3 games.
How good would that be?
On there would be fantastic. So yeah, I'd like to see that. Whether I'd like to see them drop any future improvements on what they've currently got on the existing services in favor of that, I'm not sure. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I know that people have issues with paying for the online services for Sony and all that sort of stuff, and it's so reliant on that for a lot of games. But I don't really find their service wanting. I think they're pretty much nailed most of what I like. Certainly it will be my console of choice for this generation, and probably the next one potentially, depending on what happens. So yeah, I think I'm all for backwards compatibility. Yeah, spend the money. I'd like to see it.
I agree. Yeah,
cool.
Nothing like playing some PS1, PS2 games.
No, it's sort of why I want the PS Vita as well now. Just so that I can jump into some of those slightly older games maybe, because there is a reasonable catalogue of older style games for the Vita and the PSP, so kind of tempted to look into that.
Absolutely.
But anyway,
there we go.
Next question.
Next one.
From Daniel. Is it worth buying games from a Steam sale? Yes. Yeah. That's yes.
Yeah,
yes,
I would much prefer not to spend any money until the sale comes up. I mean, like, although the prices are still expensive and in a way, but that's when I'll be spending my money, which I already have.
It's really funny. As soon as the Steam sale pops up, I kind of forget that it's US dollars. So as soon as I see it like 60% off, I'm like, oh man, it's only like $29 now. I have to get that. It's still like 40, 50 bucks Australian anyway, which sucks. But absolutely, like, yeah, I think it's definitely worth getting your wish list up to date, so that when you see that email coming through on the day of the sale saying you've got 99% of the games that are on your wish list on special, it's kind of cool. You can go for a nice shop.
Yeah.
I think I think 1 or 2 weeks that the Steam sales usually, maybe even a bit longer or a bit shorter. I'm not sure, but you've got enough time now.
Yeah.
And it used to be a real that question probably makes me think back a little bit more to the way they used to do the Steam sales, which was every day they would have a few games actually on the special.
Yeah.
The next day they would drop off and new ones would replace it. Then the last day or two of the sales, everything would go on a mega special. So you really had to time your run in the sales, which made it kind of fun.
Yeah.
You had to try and hope what was coming up next.
I remember.
Now I think it's just all on all the time. So
sale.
Free for all. Yeah. Thanks, Gavin.
Have you bought anything yet?
Yeah, I bought a couple of things. So I've got Rocket League. Bought Shadow of Mordor. What else did I buy? I think I bought something else.
Nice.
There's a few things I do still want to buy.
Dead by Daylight
is the other one that we want to get.
Dead by Daylight.
That'll be a good game to get. And I think it's only like $11 now. So US, right. But yeah. Cool.
Yeah, moving
on.
So
you're fully in the Steam sales bandwagon?
Yeah, I bought a few already.
Excellent. What did you buy?
Golf with Your Friends.
That's right. You're playing that the other night.
I love that game. Rocket League as well. Getting Dead by Daylight and a couple others.
Did you notice Big Kev was in
Subnautica?
I don't know if you got that in this sales already.
I think he's had that for a while.
Has he? Okay, yeah.
Such
But that's
a good game.
Yeah, I've been Subnautica, and there's another one that's quite similar-ish that you've played heaps. Stranded Deep. So those are the two games that are always on my list. I always mean to buy them in a sale and I never do. Maybe I'll do it this time.
There you go.
Next question from Tom is, what the perf is Atari making? So you mentioned this a little while ago. Or we saw this, I think, maybe from the E3 release.
Yeah, it's just like a quick 20-second clip, of wood grain, beautiful plastic. Then ends with the lighting up of the Atari logo.
Yeah, okay.
What are they making? I don't know, but I'm excited, and I'll probably buy 2. one to play and one to keep closed.
Yep, well done. Well, so in terms of any current sort of or recent generation stuff, do Atari still make anything?
I think they had their hands in poker machine software for a while. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So they don't make anything.
So there wouldn't have been any, either AAA, AA, or like major titles brought to you from Atari or
not that
like
I was aware. No.
Yeah. This will be really interesting to see what they can come up with then. Is it just going to be a new retro box, or is it going to be a brand new console of some sort?
I'm sorry.
Enticingly interesting.
Yeah. It will be good.
The right words to use.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm more curious for Jordo than anyone else, though.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yep. So next, we have from other Brendan,
Other Brendan.
who will sit on the Iron Throne?
Oh, this
This
is
is a very interesting question. Yeah, I've got two that I want to say, and one I'm pretty sure is going to be it. But
Go on,
I'll be
do it.
disappointed if it is, because it seems to be pointing that way a little bit for me anyway, which is Daenerys. I feel like she's going to be back on the throne eventually when all is
Yeah.
done.
You
But
reckon?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you got dragons, man. Dragons
She
win.
does have dragons. 3 of them, right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Big black one and some other ones.
Red and green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You don't think Snow will get there?
Oh, that was my other one.
Yeah.
Is Jon Snow, which would be, I don't know. I'm not sure.
You
But
don't know?
some, part of me thinks there's going to be a complete random, either new character or one of the existing ones who's going to kill everybody and take everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or right at the end or something. I don't know. Which could be anyone. Anyone
It
can
can.
take it.
It can. If it's going to happen in any friggin' show, it's going to be that one.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
you
Yep.
don't know.
When does Game of Thrones air again? Is it soon?
Yeah, it's very soon.
Mm.
Within a month or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Mm.
Although I'm still trying to debate whether or not I watch it episode by episode or binge it at the end of the season. It's a tough call.
Episode by episode. Because
Yeah.
everyone's going to be talking about it.
True, very true. It's
Yeah.
impossible to
And then
not
you're going to be
see it.
like that person that's like, oh, don't say
Don't say
anything.
anything.
Don't say anything. Yeah,
Mhm.
don't be that person.
Okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll be that guy just to annoy everybody else. Well,
Yeah.
then you'll just kill me by saying what happened, I suppose.
Exactly.
Cool. All right.
Last
So you're looking in who?
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow, and I'm Daenerys. Brad is who cares?
He died and he came back, you know. Like,
Brad did he?
No.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know, or maybe what Bran? Maybe.
No.
No. All right.
Moving
Done.
on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
This is the last question. The last question of the day,
Last
which
question?
is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie asks, "Is the VR hype over already?"
Interesting.
Very interesting. It probably depends on maybe which VR you're specifically targeting. For PlayStation, I feel like it's really lacking now. Like people have gotten over the RE7 hype. And I think Super Hot, I believe, is coming to PlayStation or on PlayStation already, which also has some VR support, which might be pretty cool. Might be anything to the level that RE7 was, and I don't think anything is or has been yet.
No.
So they really need one of those AAA awesome titles to come out. Now, there's probably something that people are going, but this is coming out soon. There's probably something that will hopefully turn that tide. But for me, I do feel like, I know for a fact that Matesy hasn't really used his VR for much since RE7. So
Fair call.
it needs to have some more support, some more big titles behind it for it to get some more momentum and continue that momentum, I suppose. If you're looking at PC VR, Vive or the Oculus Rift is still doing all right. I do have a weird feeling that AR, when that comes out, might be the one that people jump ships from VR to AR. Maybe.
Totally agree. I actually last week had the opportunity to play with the
did,
Microsoft
that's right.
HoloLens. Yeah.
Yep.
And that thing blew my mind.
Yeah.
I love VR, you know, but to be able to have these ugly looking goggles on your face and I could see everyone, but what I can also see is holograms and writing on the wall or a TV where there is no TV.
Yep.
You know, augmented reality was pretty good, but that's a price tag of about $3,000 for one of them.
Yeah, at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
Because it's still pretty much in development, though. There's no consumer versions of this stuff yet.
I think it's consumer now.
Full consumer.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there heaps of like cables and stuff hanging off the back of your goggles or
No
anything like
cables
that?
at all.
Really?
This is what you're interested
Yeah,
in.
that's the biggest issue for me with VR right now is that you're in an immersive environment, but you can't move in your own environment. Like
Because
you're
attached,
stuck a little bit. Like you got a little bit of movement, but you got like half a kilo of freaking cables
Yeah.
hanging out the back of your head, so it's just a
That's
bit.
the one thing that was really impressive with the Microsoft HoloLens is there's nothing.
So what did you get to play a game, or was it just
Yeah.
a demonstration of how augmented reality works?
So I did both. There was one in which you could look around and then like click. This is what you would do to click enter and make like a mime. You know, do his miming
okay.
or whatever. You know, and then I played a game where the wall cracked open and this giant robotic arm came through and released like these little, you know, robots everywhere that you had to shoot.
So how do you shoot? Just out of curiosity. Oh, so it's gestures.
It's hand gestures, yeah.
Ah,
so I was like, bang,
okay.
bang, bang.
Nice.
I look like an idiot, but bang, bang, bang.
So are they the goggles? Can I see your eyes through the goggles? Yeah, this is interesting.
Absolutely.
I really want to try one of these so bad. So bad. You
Yeah.
should have stolen one. Just brought it back.
Maybe.
Maybe you'll steal one? Excellent. Excellent,
Yeah.
because I can't afford one. That's the last question in A&A for this fortnight. We hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any other questions, make sure you hit us up in the comments. Seek us out on Twitter and on Facebook. We'll have a post up there asking for questions between now and the next episode.
Yep.
If you like what you saw, hit the like and subscribe button and make sure you comment. And we'll see you again on the next A&A.
See you later.